Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Today we're going to be talking about what I am currently buying this week. There's a lot of really weird stuff and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I'm not too angry at all the instances of things that have currently taken place. The first thing I'm going to be buying, and this is without a doubt, is Elsa. And also the C3PO from the golden moments. So I will give it to you this way. I'll let you understand my methodology when it comes to me buying things on VV. It has to, I know it's going to sound stupid. It has to do with the current price and where the price was before. Genius, right? So I currently understand that all world markets are in a bit of a downward state. I won't use the word depression, recession, but you can tell that prices are down by quite a bit. There are many stocks that are still down by 60, 70, 80% over the course of the last year and a half / 2 years. The same exact thing has happened to the cryptocurrency market. The cryptocurrency market's prices are way down. We may have been moving up over the course of the last month or two, but comparatively, the coins that are now 30 cents, at some point were at $3, $5, you understand what I'm saying. When I look at prices currently on VV, I reflect on the now and also the where were they going before, and I see that a lot of things are dramatically undervalued, especially comparatively to where they were before, and also the future potential for such items, i.e., Elsa, for those of you who missed it in the golden moments, was originally sold for $60 on the VV app. Can any of you tell me what the previous all-time high was for Elsa? Anybody? I think it was $5,000. That's a dramatic price increase from the original 60, but 5,000 is absolutely insane. As the other markets have also fallen, so hath the NFT market. And Elsa's were floating around $200 for a while. And then recently, something happened on the app where one day, I think I know why, one day it fell down to 170 and I was like, that seems very cheap. Why do I say this is cheap? Because back in the olden days, when Elsa was selling for around $5,000 at the previous all-time high, there were a lot of them on the app. There were tons and tons of Elsas on the app. And then, as the market began to decline over the course of the last year and a half / 2 years, the circulating supply, the amount that's available to buy on the app, has also greatly declined. There's barely any left for sale, and this lets me know that if there were hundreds available before and now there's like 50 or something that's actually left, if we should collectively as one big market all move back up, Elsa will probably benefit, and this is, once again, this is not financial advice. This is how I deal with my money and my portfolio. Understand that NFTs are probably the most risky thing that you could ever get into in your entire life. Put money into the market at your literal own risk. When I look at my portfolio, I see the idea of a $170 / $200 Elsa comparative to the $5,000 where it was before. And I go, I like those odds. Especially when the market does do well, people continue to buy more and more and there's less and less on the market. I'd even go so far as to say, I think Elsa will probably at some point, I can't guarantee it, will probably go beyond 5,000. I could see a good 10 to 15,000 when there's nothing left, especially with all the rumors that have been circulating for a while of some type of a utility with the NFTs dealing with Disney. No one knows exactly what, but the rumors have definitely been around. And the same exact thing goes for C3PO as well. He also started out at $60 and I think he got to 5,400. Unless I'm mistaken. So these two will be scooped up as long as the prices remain low. They went off my radar for a while. I've mainly been focusing on comics, but understand, if the prices keep dropping and or relatively stay the same, I will be buying up as much of them as I possibly can. Number 2 is giant-sized XMen number 1. I love what VV has been doing recently on the app with the lower edition sizes. I wish they anywhere between like 3,000 to 5,000 all the time, but you know, wishful thinking and all that. Giant size XMen has an edition size, I believe, of 7,500 on Vivi. This is the first appearance of Storm, of Colossus, of Nightcrawler, and 2 other characters you've never heard of who are no longer really relevant. It is also the second appearance of Wolverine and his first time joining the X-Men. It is a monumental issue. Years and years ago, a lot of people don't know that X-Men was not always as popular as you were led to actually believe. It was the Fantastic Four that was actually the superhero team that everyone loved within Marvel. As time shifted, X-Men became popular and then waned very quickly. So then they released Giant Size X-Men #1 as a way to get more and more fans, as there were so many new characters that everyone was like, oh my gosh, I love it, and that brought X-Men to be the X-Men that we currently know today. This is a major book in the real world that is a key. It is not worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, on Vivi, these are selling between like, I think 15 and 20 for the common and the uncommon. I think they're going to do very well as more people continue buying them. Every time I look, there's less and less of them available for sale. People keep buying them, and I'm also going to be doing the exact same thing now. This is a very big book with the very low edition size that there is, that is to say 7,500 comparative to 30,000 and or 60,000. In the event of a bull run, these books are going to completely take off, especially with the lower edition sizes on the rare, the ultra, and the secret rare, which is currently like $700 or $800, which I'm like pleasantly surprised to see, as many other secret rares were not doing too well in price before. Number 3 is going to be Marvel Comics #1. I don't really know what to say about this. I've talked about it 9,000 other times. The previous all-time high for the common, I think, was 300 or 400. I saw one the other day for $33 and I went swoop, got it immediately. And now the floor rests roughly around $40, where it's kind of been for a while. It's usually in the 40 to 50 range, depends on the week or how much of a gem squeeze that there is actually currently going on. I think that a lot of the price movements that we've been seeing on the app had to do with the platinum moment or platinum collection that Vivi recently released. I think people saw something brand new and shiny and they sold off their other grails and other bigger things for very low, weird prices. So I'm sure a lot of people were very happy when that happened, to actually get some of the larger things that were running quite cheap, as everyone was going for the platinum Mickey, Donald, Daisy, Mickey, Minnie, and the Dumbo one. So sure, why not? I don't not like the platinum ones, but the gold ones came first, and I prefer those. That's just my personal portfolio choice. Number 4 is the first Wonder Woman. During the platinum release, Wonder Woman, which was previously before, I believe, $2,000 on Vivi, fell down to $60. A lot of people were selling stuff that I think that they shouldn't have been selling, but I thank you, those of you out there who sold for lower prices, and I was able to gobble up some things. Yeah, not really much more to say on that one. Number 5 is going to be Patrick Hughes's Crate Expectations. I actually like these a lot. These are the, like when you move to the side, it changes. When you move to the other side, like, you know, the image completely changes depending on where you are looking at it. His art in the real world sells for a very large amount depending on the edition size and or if it's a singular item, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, what have you. I'm gonna figure out a way to like phrase this into words. So other artists have created NFTs before, and the one that I'm going to pick out is the one from Damien Hirst. Those eventually were going for tens of thousands. I think one ended up selling for like 150,000. I forgot the exact all-time high of these sales for them. Patrick Hughes is also very popular. He's not Damien Hirst popular, but he's very well known, like, I mean, extremely well known within the art community. A lot of museums around the world have begun to actually buy digital items. I think there are rumors that the Louvre is also beginning to buy NFTs. The Centre Pompidou in Paris is also buying NFTs as well. So this is going to pick up. as Patrick is a very well-known artist in the art world, I do assume at some point his stuff will also be in museums. And I think it quite interesting that we are able to currently acquire his work that is museum worthy, as his other pieces are in museums, for such a low amount. I think Crate Expectations, yeah, it was $79. I currently own multiple of these because I am a multiple collector. I told you that before. I do not buy one of anything. It drives me absolutely insane. The idea of having something that is worth a lot and then selling it off and then being like, oh, I own none of it, drives me absolutely insane. So I buy multiple of everything. So I'm going to try and get around 2 more of these simply because I have an inkling he's probably going to have another drop on the app at some point over the course of this year. This is usually the way that VV works. You get like 1 or 2 drops per year from these famous artists. This one was extremely popular. So is the other variation of, it's like a Venice Dreams or Venice, I don't know what it's called, Venice something. So yeah, same exact thing with the Ron Jeremy stuff. Ron Jeremy? Ron English. Who's Ron Jeremy? Ron English. Yeah, that was a slip up. With Ron English stuff, I'm also buying a huge amount of his items as well, simply because they're going for like $7 or $8 and there's barely any of them left on the app. And some of his items were also going for several hundred, I think, and or low thousands. So if the items do at some point raise in price, I would not feel bad about buying something for $7 and then being able to resell it for $500 or $600. That's at least how my brain works. Yeah, I think that's the entire list for this week. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of great deals, at least in my view, when it comes to buying stuff on the app, and I'm going to continue buying for a very long time because I feel a lot of these things are very undervalued. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and liking, commenting, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.